What up? It is Monday morning, 2 days after the Women's March. And before I get into the question of the day and all that, I just want to talk a little bit about these questions in this channel. And I created this channel and these questions as a form of support, right? Let's unite, not untie. And something I did, I've been doing these questions for almost a year now. And something that I promised myself when doing these questions and delivering these videos to you, that I was always going to be myself. And whether myself is with makeup on, without makeup on, with my hair done, without my hair done, in my robe, whether I was sick, whether I was crying, whether I was laughing, that my goal was that I was always going to be myself. And so I'm coming to you today in my bathrobe, of course, and my hair's not done and I don't have makeup on. And guess what? This is me. This is still a part of me. And I lost my voice from being in DC all weekend at the Women's March. And it was this amazing, just beautiful time. And if you've watched the videos from this weekend, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, January 20th, 21st, and 22nd, you'll see the videos were either done on the road or they were done in DC. And so these questions are all about being self-aware and a little bit of self-discovery. And so that's what I wanted to create, because we're not just like our persona that's on Facebook or on Twitter, or the persona that we are at work or with family. Like, we are different components. And so I wanted to give you this component today because I'm exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. But this is who I am, and it's just, I feel like I'm going in slow motion. But here's the deal. I'm still in motion. Whether it's slow, whether it's fast, whether it's like up here, whether it's down here, like, I'm still in motion and I still choose to continue. And so with that being said, I want to give you today's question of the day. What is your next step in life, with others, and in the world? Okay, so let's talk about this, right? I bring this up, of course, because today, it's Monday. It's the day after the Women's March. And we don't just get stuff done from just one march, right? There's more to it. And whether or not you even believe in the march or went to the march, or it doesn't matter, that it's just about what is your next step in life. Because these questions are about, it's about not being stagnant, right? It's about living, and it's about continuing, and it's about making a difference. So I'm going to ask you, what is your next step? Comment below and come be part of this judgment-free conversation. Right? As I mentioned earlier, I created this channel, these questions, as a form of support, right? Let's unite, not untie. Let's take care of one another. Let's listen to one another. So in turn, I always answer these questions, right? I'm not exempt, right? I'm in this with you. I'm doing this with you. We're in this together. And so what is my next step? Well, first and foremost, my next step is just to continue to move forward and continue to have these conversations, not just with you, but with everyone out there, and to just support one another. And my next step is to continue to do that, right? Tonight, I'm teaching gender and communication at Northeastern on Monday nights. So tonight's my class. And so my goal is to continue this conversation and to listen to all sides of the story, right? Not just this side, not just this side, but to listen to every component of the story. And my next step is also to see what else I can do, right? As I mentioned, right, my version of this next step is all from this Women's March. It's all from these amazing people coming together and supporting one another, but it doesn't just stop there. So my goal is, I went to DC with 12 women in 2 vans, and we drove Friday all day. We're at the march on all day Saturday, and then Sunday we drove back to Chicago. And my goal is, we've already talked about the next steps. We've already talked about what we're gonna do to get, we're gonna get together and we're gonna talk about those next steps. And every month here in Chicago, I do women's events. And then every few months I do co-ed events, right? Because it's all about listening to each other. And I'm going to do a special event for men and for women, a free event to talk about the next steps after the march. And it's going to be Sunday, February 26th, to be determined on the time, probably sometime like 1 o'clock or something, sometime in the afternoon. Sunday, February 26th. And that'll be like 1 month after the march, right? It's to continue this conversation, to keep the momentum going. It'll be at Pizzeria Serio at Belmont Paulina here in Chicago, where I have all of my women's events. You can check my website below for more information. And when I have more information on the time and on everything. But in the meantime, just save Sunday, February 26th at Pizzeria Serio, Belmont and Paulina in Chicago, probably sometime in the afternoon, to continue this conversation. I'm hosting a free event so we can continue to talk about what the next steps are. And whether it's the Women's March or whether it's our lives, it's all about just continuing and taking those next steps, right? I talk about how we need to we need to accept. We need to accept that this is where I'm at right now. And from there we breathe, right? We just take a deep breath and take it from there. And then from C, we continue. We continue this conversation. We continue moving. And so that's a little bit about me. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below and come be part of this judgment-free conversation. And hey, while you're here, subscribe. Come hang out with us. This is kind of a cool place to be. And invite a friend, because the more people that are part of this conversation, the sooner we can change the world. Thanks.